You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. As Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. And folks, go to my iPad. Guess what? A domino has fallen. Trish Regan fired by Fox Business. This just coming down. Then Fox announced they're parting ways with her. Remember, they took her off the air because she did this whole commentary on the coronavirus impeachment scam. And then, of course, the entire network, Quadricos, changed their tune the following week when Trump started taking this seriously. Oops.
You know, Roland, you keep giving me, like, obvious Trump things. I mean, these people in Fox News, we can't really take them seriously. She should be fired, right? And we're going to continue to see false truths. We're going to continue to see false narratives by the administration. Unfortunately, we're going to continue to see false narratives by Fox News and supporters of the like. It is going to be really incumbent upon us to really call our members of Congress, as the Congresswoman said earlier, to really call these various agencies or go online to figure out what exactly is the truth, and to listen not to the administration, but to listen to the medical experts on COVID-19, to listen to the agencies where a lot of these policies in the CARES Act will be coming from. Turn off Fox News, turn off CNN, and go actually to the sources themselves. And I think that's what faith-based leaders, that's what community leaders need to be informing their constituencies, is not necessarily listening to the administration, but listening to the experts and the people who will be rolling out the CARES Act and these stimulus packages.
Or you just watch our show, because that's how we roll.
That too.
Dr. Carter, your final comment before you got to go. Clearly, if you're Trish Regan, you thought kissing Donald Trump's ass was going to save your job. It cost you your job.
Absolutely. And this is when keeping it real goes wrong, right? That you cannot do this kind of nonsense and expect nothing. And I think folks, I think Quadricos is exactly right. There's a lot of misinformation out here. And the best thing any of us can do is equip ourselves with the information. If you're confused about something about coronavirus, go to the CDC. If you want to know what's happening in Congress, go to your congressperson's webpage, or just go to the Congress's site itself. You can download bills, and it's a lot. It's very daunting, but they have a little brief snippet before you can actually get into it. Or you can look at reputable news sources. Your show is one, but there are others that are also out there that people can get information from. But people like Trish Regan, we can't take her seriously. She should have been taken seriously to begin with, and calling it news is a stretch, and it gives it a veneer of respectability and believability that it shouldn't have it, the same way that these live briefings have been going. Because as you point out, these people will lie at any cost if they think there's something at the end of the rainbow for them. And unfortunately, Trish Regan found unemployment at the end of hers.
Dr. Carter, we really appreciate you joining us today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Robert, I'm going to get your comment on this. Clearly, Trish, I guess she'll be calling Newsmax or somebody right now.
Well, Trish is a friend of mine. I used to do her show every Wednesday, so I will call her after the show. But what I think happens to people often is that they try to out-Trump Trump. They hear Trump say something, which he, of course, goes back on a couple minutes after he says it, and they try to get out in front of him. They try to go further than Trump ever said. So when you start calling a global pandemic a Democratic scam, a hoax, saying that the media coverage is hysteria, and now a couple months later we have 100,000 people in America who are sick, 1,000 dead. Italy is losing 1,000 people a day. You have to understand that you can't get that far out ahead and not follow the medical science. And now people are starting to take it seriously. But what would have happened if the news media and if the White House and the administration had taken this seriously from the beginning? Once you saw China shut down 60 million people in quarantine and lockdown, you should have realized this is not a game. When you saw the NBA, MLB, and every major sports league shut down, you should have known at that point Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff do not have that much power, and that this is real and we need to pay attention. And I think that slowness has cost us our response.
And of course, Fox News got lots of old people, and so they changed their tune real quick, and that's what happens. That's why you Can't trust crazy people. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. All right, so a lot of y'all are always asking me about some of the pocket squares that I wear. Now, Robert don't have one on. Nope. Now, I don't particularly like the white pocket squares. I don't like even the silk ones. And so I was reading GQ magazine a number of years ago, and I saw this guy who had this pocket square here, and it looks like a flower. This is called a shibori pocket square. This is how the Japanese manipulate the fabric to create this sort of flower effect. So I'm going to take it out and then place it in my hand so you see what it looks like. And I said, man, this is pretty cool. And so I tracked down, it took me a year to find a company that did it. And so they make these about 47 different colors. And so I love them because, again, as men, we don't have many accessories to wear. So we don't have many options. And so this is really a pretty cool pocket square. Now, what I love about this here is you saw when it's in the pocket, you know, it gives you that flower effect like that. But if I wanted to also, unlike other, because if I flip it and turn it over, it actually gives me a different type of texture. And so therefore it gives me a different look. So there you go. So if you actually want to get one of these shibori pocket squares, we have them in 47 different colors. All you got to do is go to rolandsmartin.com/pocket squares. All right, so first of all, that graphic is way too small. So tomorrow we're going to run it right down here all across the screen. So it's rolandsmartin.com/pocket squares. All you got to do is go to my website and you can actually get this. Now, for those of you who are members of our Bring the Funk fan club, there's a discount for you to get our pocket squares. That's why you also got to be a part of our Bring the Funk fan club. And so that's what we want you to do. And so it's pretty cool. So if you want to jazz your look up, you can do that. In addition, y'all see me with some of the feather pocket squares. My sister, who's a designer, she actually makes these. They're all custom made. So when you also go to the website, you can also order one of the customized feather pocket squares right there at rolandsmartin.com/pocket squares. So please do so. And of course, it goes to support the show. And again, if you're a Bring the Funk fan club member, you get a discount. This is why you should join the fan club. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video. You want to check out Roland Martin Unfiltered? YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. See that name right there? Roland Martin Unfiltered. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so when we go live, you'll know it.